So I'm getting ready to spray this chair right here that I just made. You can check that out over on the big channel, on the Hardcore Fab channel. But I got some stuff here that I want to share with you guys real quick on today's video. So stick around and I'll show you what it is.
Welcome back for another Tips and Tools Tuesday with your host Anthony Bronner from Hardcore Fab.
So in my opinion, I don't think there's been a lot of upgrades to the old paint gun probably in the last 20 years or so that's worth a darn. I mean, this is the HVLP, and when they switched to that instead of the old pot style, that was probably about where they've stopped. I mean, granted, there's different ones that are supposedly better for different stuff and yada yada yada, and I suppose if you do it every day for a living and you're, you know, really working them, you probably would notice a difference. But my old gun right here has been treating me pretty well. And one of the things that I have found though that I do like for an upgrade on this thing is this PPS system from 3M. So let me kind of show you what it is real quick here. So first of all, regular old gun, but I've taken the top off of this thing. There's no cup on it, and there's just kind of this special fitting that goes up there on the top of it. And what that fitting does is that actually allows us to take and have some reusable cups that we can use to mix our paint in and apply our paint. So the way that works, you have to forgive this one because it's pretty well used, but this old cup here, you take and you put, it's got a little thing in there with all your measuring numbers on it. So whatever it is that you need to measure out, you can measure out through the side of the cup if you can see through it. I'm about to the point where I need a new cup. But then you take this liner and you put it down inside of it. So now that little paper in there is trapped in beside the liner so it doesn't get dirty. Your cup doesn't get dirty. You fill that full of paint, and you can go ahead and mix it in there and everything that you need to do, and then you put your lid on and you're ready to spray. This even has a filter in the end of it. I want to say like a 200 micron filter or something like that. It's a pretty gnarly little filter. So yeah, you're covered there on filtering and everything. So you just put it in, pop your lid on, and then once your lid's on, there's a retaining ring to hold it all in place. And then that little weird nut that we had on top of the gun, well, it just clips on there like that, and now you're ready to rock and roll. You've got it all contained in that little container. Surprisingly, this doesn't leak. I've been using these for a really long time, and initially I was kind of worried that it would probably end up leaking right there, but they don't. They hold up really well. And I'm gonna say, like, this nut on here that I've had on here, it's probably been on there for 10 years or so. I've been through quite a few of these. It hasn't worn out or anything either. But the really cool part about all this, and why I think this is actually something special and something that I want to show you guys, is because if you've had one of these guns that has the pot on the top of it, or even the old siphon style down below, you know how much thinner it takes to be able to clean those things. You can wipe them all out and everything by hand and get in there and really, you know, get them clean as you can, but it still takes quite a bit of thinner to be able to clean the whole thing out. Well, with this system right here, it takes next to no thinner at all. I usually just take my thinner and pour it directly into the port here at the top and just pull the trigger and let it run out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit here for you guys, and then I'll show you what it actually takes, or what I do to clean it. And it's, like I said, been working for a really long time for me, so should work good for you guys as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some paint in here and we'll get to rocking. Well, we got our color on, so we're ready to clean our gun. And we'll just do a little quarter turn there, that comes off. All that's disposable, so we don't have to mess with that anymore at all. We'll put this up here to catch our trash. And I'm just cleaning with some old, it's Omni reducer is what it is. It's some stuff that I bought at an auction. I want to say it was like $2 or something that was at the auction. Way cheaper than buying any kind of thinner or reducer anywhere else, but I wouldn't want to put it in any paint because I didn't really know how old it is or effective it would be. Probably fine, but no sense in taking any chances on it. but for $2, it'd be great for cleaning the gun. So again, like I said, I just poured it in the end of the gun there. Usually shoot just a little bit of it down, get some space so you can get the stuff to slosh around in there real good when you shake it up. Let her pee on out and do that a couple of times, and it's really usually pretty darn good. Do go ahead and stick it back on the air compressor and run a little into the rag. This is doing a couple of things. It's helping clean the gun. It's also getting my rag nice and wet so I can scrub the end of it here. Make sure that there's nothing left out here on the tip. So with that, I think we're ready to mix up some clear and start putting that down. But check out that paint. That stuff has got some crazy metallic in it. Like crazy, crazy, crazy metallic in it. If you want to see that done, you have to go over to the Hardcore Fab channel and check that out. But I think for Tips and Tools Tuesday today, I think we're done. So see you guys next Tuesday.